Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, which almost everyone is because it's a new channel, thank you for coming. If you're returning, thank you so much for supporting my videos. I'm very grateful. Today what we're going to make is a mini wreath. It's going to be like an elf mini wreath. This is the first wreath I've ever made. I've never used mesh before. So it's kind of like trial and error. So I hope everyone sticks with me and I hope you enjoy it. What we're going to use today is the mini wreath. It actually comes in a 2-pack. I've already used the other one. So they look like this. They are 8 inches around. Like I said, they come in 2. So we're going to use one of those today. Use 3 things I'm using of the red mesh, which these are 6 inches by 5 yards. We do need the 3 full ones to make a full wreath. And then we're going to use these little pom-poms that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. We're going to use these pipe cleaners. You don't have to use these same colors. You don't see them. I just like them because they're Christmassy, they're pretty. So I picked up those. And then I picked up this little guy. It says elves, Santa's elves see everything. So we're going to be using this today as well. And then you're also going to need a hot glue gun, a pair of scissors, and a roller. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is start working on the mesh bundles that we're going to attach to the wreath. There is, on these mini ones, there's 3 sections. Each section is going to get 6 bundles. So what I'm doing here is you'll need a total of 9 of the pipe cleaners. What I do is fold them in half and then cut them. They're real easy to cut. You could even use like toddler scissors and cut them right in half. So what I do is use 9 of them. You're going to cut them off. You're going to need 18 total. Okay, and then what we're going to start doing is measuring out our mesh. I know some people probably use the rotor cutter. I don't have that right now. So what I'm doing is actually using one of my paint stick rollers. Is 7 inches. I just marked it so it's easier to see. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. I'm just rolling this out. I was using something earlier to stick on there so it didn't roll back. Let me just see here. It's kind of a pain. I know with the rotor cutters you can do layers, multiple layers, which is a lot quicker. So what we're going to do for the first bundle, you're going to cut 4 of these. We're going to cut 4 of them in 7-inch sections. Sorry for rigging this here. I just need something to hold that down. I think earlier when I was trying to do it, I was using a little bottle of acrylic paint. Whatever's easiest for you. But just so it doesn't roll back up on you. So I'm going to show you how to make one. Now, you may already be making these kind of wreaths. You may have a better strategy. This is the very first time I've ever made one. So I kind of YouTubed the video. And then just tried it. Again, you may have a better way. If you do have a better way, please let me know in the comments below. I'd definitely appreciate any type of feedback. Okay, so we have the 4 of these. We're going to roll them up. Again, trial and error. I roll these up, I try to roll them up pretty tightly. And then I'll just kind of like squish it down. It doesn't really keep form. What I was doing earlier is actually using my chest to kind of hold them together. So I'd roll one up together like this, and then hold on to another one, roll them up. Like when you squeeze them tight, they don't stay. And then I'm not layering them right on top of each other. I'm just going to kind of move them over a little bit. And again, any suggestions if you make these wreaths that would be easier doing this? Oh, I definitely love to get your feedback on that. And then just layer that one. And then the same thing with the last one. Gonna roll it up tight. And then it's kind of like this. So all 4 of them are together. They're kind of layered out. And then what I do is take the piece that I cut, just kind of center over. I push these together in the center and then come around. I kind of just squeeze it here to get a nice tight, and then just twist it like 2 times. Okay, and that's how I do that. You just kind of move them around so it looks like a fan, I guess, kind of. And then it's like this in the back. And then I take the wreath, and what I'm doing is I'm putting it over these last two here in the center. And put it in. You spin it around there. And then do a little twist here. As they fill up, you'll be able to like squish them together. So we're gonna do that. We'll do one more here. So again, we're gonna cut 4 of these 7-inch length. That's how I'm doing them for this project. I definitely want to get one of those rotor cutters because I watched on a video of that, and it's way easier than this. But this is still, it's not hard, just a little more time consuming, I guess. And it don't have to be perfectly 7 inches, but you want to kind of keep it as close as 7 inches because you will get just enough for an entire wreath when you're cutting 7 inches. Okay, move that to the side. And then same thing, I'm just going to roll these up. I hope I'm getting this. I'm very new to this YouTube thing, so trial and error with this camera. Sorry about the background. I literally have no workspace in my house right now, so I'm converting my back porch into a craft room. So right now it's just a table out here. So that's going to be my kind of my fall winter project to get that going, so we don't have these hideous curtains in the background. Okay, just going to roll that up again. And then roll this one up also. Okay. I'm going to take the one we cut in half. Again, put it over. As I said, I just kind of squish the centers together. Flip it over like that. And do a couple twists. And I like it like where they're straight up and down, and then the pipe cleaners go in that direction also. So when you twist it onto here, they're all in the same. They're all going in the same direction. So again, we're going to go through the bottom 2 here, and I like to put them over. You don't have to flip it over. I like to watch where they're going though, make sure, and then give them a couple good twists. Like so. And then you're going to start squishing them together. Once it fills in, you really have to push them to the side. So they do slide over. Oh, let's see. Slide them over. And you're going to start seeing it take to a full effect. When they're done, you're going to push them all together. You'll be able to rearrange them, everything else. So you're going to continue that. So again, it's 4 7-inch pieces per bundle. And then you're going to do 6 in each section. So you're going to do a total of 18 bundles. All right, so we're going to put that together and we'll be right back. All right, so here's the finished project. When I got halfway through mine, I decided I wanted to add a little bit of green in it. So what I ended up doing, here's the finished one. I ended up doing 2 sets, so again 6 and 6 of the red, and then 6 of the green. I just kind of wanted something different. Elves are fun, they're colorful, so I did. I mean, it'll definitely look okay all red. I just wanted to add some green. I think I'm going to end up putting it on an angle like this, So this is what it looks like when it's finished. Like I said, you'll squish them all together. You're not even going to see any part of the wreath. You're not going to see the pipe cleaners that we used or anything. So there is that. So the next thing I'm going to do, and I had a completely different idea until I went to the Dollar Tree today and found this elf. And I know a lot of people do elf on the shelf, so I thought this is really cute because this isn't too big. It's not real small either. You could tell like it's an 8-inch wreath, but this is a lot bigger. So this is going to be nice inside the house, hanging somewhere maybe. So then I saw this guy and I thought this would be really cute we're actually going to take it apart, to add to this wreath. Like I said, again, I was going to use different elf feet that I had found as an ornament until I saw him. So what we're going to do first, we're going to go ahead and cut this tag, well, the ribbon off. We don't need that. Throw that away. Then I'm going to turn him over and just pull off, because it's just hot glued. Just going to pull off the ribbon. I don't want to pull it off there. I'm going to have to hot glue that back on. Okay, I'm just going to pull it off, separate them. I'm actually going to add some hot glue here just to put that back on, and a little bit there, because we're going to add this to the bottom of the wreath. We can use the ribbon that's already attached. You might want to try and pull some of the cardboard if it peels off. I tried not to get the cardboard to come off, but I did. So that's going to peel off. So we're going to take those, put those to the side. I was debating how I wanted to do this. I wasn't even going to use this sign, but I figured for small kids or small, homes with small kids, it's really cute. So what I'm going to do, I do have a knife here that I did get from the Dollar Tree. I've never used this, so I'm not sure how it's going to work. But what I'm going to do is cut along the edge here. We're going to, for the lack of better words, we're going to cut his head off here. So I'm going to go ahead, try this. You're going to want to be careful. You don't want this to slip and hit your fingers. Oh, this is not staying very well. It's not even cutting. Okay. All right, I'm going to go and try a different, no wait, do we lock it? Does it lock? Ah, sorry, never used these before. So it does lock, you pull down, it lock it, turns up a little bit higher, lock it in, and then go across. Probably a couple of times. I know I've used other things. You just want to take your time because you don't want to go too far. And again, I hope we don't mess this up. I only bought one. So we're going to go over a couple times. And then you should be able to, once you go over it, we're going to pop it off. So we'll be right back. Okay, so I cut through. I did it about 6 times till I kind of felt where I could push him back. So I'm just going to kind of push his head back a little bit and then go through here a couple more times. I don't want to rip it too much. You maybe even go over the back a little. She'll be able to see it. Okay, so we have it in 3 pieces. We have the head, we have the middle part with the saying, and then the feet. What I'm going to do here with this head, because it would drive me crazy, is I'm going to take one of these little balls. They're tiny ones. I'm going to do green just to fill in where we took that ribbon off, because again, it will drive me nuts. So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue, stick it right in this little hole here, like around, and kind of get it in. And then take this little guy and just shove him in the best you can. Even if you want to take your scissors, a pen, pencil, something that you have around, and just kind of shove it down in that hole. Because it kind of looks like it's in an awkward spot, but I don't think anybody's really going to notice. It kind of blends in. It's got glitter here, so we're just going to leave that there to fill in the hole. Okay? Alright. So, I'm going to move these out of my way. And I hope you're hearing and seeing everything. Again, this is very new to me, and it's a work in progress once I get this room up to date. Okay, so we're going to take this. I want it to kind of like be on an angle. This is how I'm going to do the layout. So I'm going to turn it over, and It's not going to be a perfect center because I'm going on it. So for me, this is going to be my center. I'm going to lay it flat here. And then we're going to take the legs and attach them. You kind of want them to hang down a little. So what I'm going to do is take this here and put it under the top wire. So it hangs down about there. I think will be good. Get it to where you want it. Line them up. Again, put the ribbon underneath. What I'm going to do is add hot glue to this section and then fold it over. So it's going to hang there. I should have got my little silicone finger things I just bought today from the Dollar Tree to save my fingers because I always burn myself. So we're going to put some hot glue there. Fold it over, line it up. Give it a little press. Of course I got it on my finger. I always do. Press it down, let it cool. And then just kind of make sure you have it the same length on the other side. I'm going to add some hot glue on there. And try not to burn ourselves. Flip it over the bar, attach it, and then press down. Okay. Let's wait for that to dry. Okay. So then we have the legs attached. That's so cute. All right. You might want to you might have to move them around or just to get them to lay right. You might have to move some of the mesh in the back to make them lay right too. There we go. So then we have the legs hanging like that. Okay. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is put his head on. We're going to work on this together because I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do it yet. Again, this is my first time. So I don't think I want them straight up and down. Elves are silly. I kind of want to put it, oh, excuse me, my scarecrow in the background, like on the side. So I'm going to put him down in a little bit. We're going to hot glue the back down here. It's going to be different for everyone. You're going to find where your mesh is in the back. We're just going to get them down in there. And since it's kind of like the saying, Santa's elves see everything, it doesn't matter if you put him down, I think, far, where his eyes are peeking through, it'll be like he's peeking. So we're going to go ahead, put some hot glue in there, attach it down. I'm going to put some along the bottom too here, push them down. I'm going to do it like a little bit on an angle, not straight up and down. All right, so let's do that. All right, so just bear with me. This is the first time I'm doing this too. So we're just going to I'm going to run some along the bottom here. And then I'm just going to kind of do like a jagged, because I don't know exactly where it's all going to lay. All right, so I know where I want it about. We're going to shove them down in there. And then hope that he hears. And then you might want to, like, you're going to want to adjust some of these so it's hiding his neckline, I guess. And even if you wanted to like hot glue it up to his face and keep it in place. I'm going to turn this around to see where these are. I'm going to add a little hot glue up here just to make it a little sturdier where the mesh is. There, down. I'm going to hold it on there for a minute. Okay, it should be cooling. Okay, so for now, this is what we have. We have the top here with his face hanging out and the bottom. And then the next thing we're going to do is take that saying, the Santa's elves, that has his hands holding it here, and we're going to adhere it right to the center. So you're going to want to add a bunch of hot glue. This is how I'm doing it again. Trial and error. I've never done this. I'm hoping, and if you have any suggestions that you have done something like this similar or something that works better, please, 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 please let me know. So I'm just going to, for me, I want to center it with the legs. I suppose, actually, I'm going to take scissors here and go across the top just to clean it up a little bit. Like where we cut it off there. Okay. Probably even add it to the bottom, kind of like wiggle it in there and then add the glue around the top too. I don't really want to do that because I don't want to see it. So All right, I know where I want it. I'm going to get more glue here. Get that ready. I'm going to go around the outers and then just put a bunch on the center here too. So we're going to go around the outers. I'm going to be kind of hefty on the glue because you don't want them coming off. So I'm just going to really put it all in there. Oh, let's go, come on. Okay, let's hope this works. Okay, so I wanted it about there. I'm just gonna push it down and see how that works. You can even go underneath, push some of the mesh pieces up into it, make sure it's sticking. And it is, I can feel it. Okay. All right. So we are done. We are done with our little thing. I'm going to hang it up here so we can get a better view of it. All right. There we are. All right, we'll be right back. We'll hang this up and all right, guys, here's our finished product. I think he turned out absolutely adorable. I like the head tilted to the sides, kind of like he's peeking around a corner. I had a lot of fun doing this. This is the first wreath I've ever made. So if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below if I could have done it easier, if you have any other suggestions how to do it easier. But the hot glue really held up. Like everything's on here really, really sturdy. It's not going anywhere. This definitely isn't moving. So again, I'm going to definitely be hanging this in my living room. 2 of my kids still believe in the elf on the shelf, so I think this will be helpful with that. All right, so I just want to thank everybody so much for sticking around and again, bearing with me. This is something new that I'm trying. I really do enjoy making crafts. Everything that you see here today was from the Dollar Tree. I'm not sponsored by the Dollar Tree at all, but I do love it, and I love watching everybody's videos and see everything everybody else is doing as well. So again, please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, hit the little bell so you can see what I have coming up next. I'm very grateful for all the support that I've gotten this far, and I can't wait to see you guys. Have a good night.